Distinctive features of Carnatic music. Welcome to the lecture series on Carnatic music. Carnatic music is unique in nature and stands above the rest due to many of its distinguishing characters. The historical patterns trace records of evolutionary changes in Carnatic music, which has brought it to its present form. These evolutionary changes and multi-conceptualization through years has resulted in the development of several technicalities in Carnatic music. This music form possesses certain special features which make it distinct. Some of the features that contribute to the distinctive nature of Carnatic music are melodic nature, use of drone, use of subtle Sruthis, presence of gamakas, various ragas, emotive content, improvisation, structure of tala, insignificance of notation during performance, musical instruments, significance of devotion. This session will emphasize two of these features in detail, namely use of subtle Sruthis, use of drone, functions, classifications, components. Use of subtle Shruthi. The ancient seers have communicated their advices to mankind through short and crisp statements of concentrated wisdom. Such statements are handed down to the music sphere. One such well-known aphorism is Shrutir Mata Laya Pita, that is, Shruti is the mother and Laya is the father. The number of sounds that the human ear can hear in an octave is infinite, but the number of sounds that it can discern, differentiate or grasp is 22. They are called Shrutis, microtones. Shruti has been variously translated as microtone, microtonic interval, etc. It is mainly determined through fine auditory perception. Nada means a musical sound which is produced by a regular and periodic vibration of some sounding body. Nada gives rise to Shruti. Shruti in Indian music is a musical pitch. It is basically a note from which all the others are derived. Shruti or the pitch is the base of any song. It is so important that it is regarded as the mother of Carnatic music. Without Shruti, a song has no meaning since the singer can't make out where to begin from. It is a Sanskrit word that is derived from the root shru, means to hear. The core meaning of Shruti is any sound that can be distinctly heard by the ear. It is the smallest interval of pitch that the ear can perceive. In musicology, the discussion of Shruti has a more specific meaning. In Narada's Naradiya Shiksha, 5 types of Shrutis are enumerated. In Bharata's Natya Shastra, though a clear definition of Shruti is not found, the theory of Shruti is fully expanded. Bharata uses the unit Shruti to define the interrelation of two notes in terms of consonance and dissonance. Since the time of Bharata, there have been 22 Shrutis, and they are Tivara, Kumudavati, Manda, Chandobati, Dayabati, Rajani, Raktika, Raudri, Krodhi, Bajrika, Prasarini, Preeti, Manajari, Kshiti, Rakta, Sandeepini, Alapini, Madhanti, Rohini, Ramya, Ugra, and Kshovini. Bharata has ascertained these Shrutis using his experiments on Chalaveena and Dhruvaveena. The subject of 22 Shrutis is one of the most difficult branches of the science of Indian music. It can be understood only by persons with many years of musical training. Each of the 22 Shrutis has 3 octaves: Madhyamasthai, normal octave; Mandharasthai, lower octave; and Tarasthai, higher octave. A musical scale is a collection of all the notes used in the octave in a particular country. It has gradually evolved over centuries of musical thought and practice. As said before, the musical scale of Indian music are the Saptaswaras: Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Dha, Ni. The 22 Shrutis of ancient music were not mere theoretical postulates. They are solid musical facts and were ascertained when Rig Vedic hymns and melodies were sung with Sa, Ma, and Pa as the tonic note or Adhara Shadja.
Brahman Brahmano Brahmavarthasi Jayatamasmin Rashtre Rajanyati Shavyashuro Maharatho Jayatam.
Initially, the 22 Shrutis were distributed over all the Saptaswaras, but later on, when Sa and Pa came to be regarded as Avikrita Swaras, changeless, Sa and Pa took 1 Shruti each, and the remaining 20 Shrutis were distributed amongst the 5 notes Re, Ga, Ma, Dha, Ni at the rate of 4 for each note. Thus, 4 into 5 equals 20 plus 1 equals 22 Shrutis. All the 22 Shrutis become Swaras in some raga or the other. Shrutis that are used in a raga attain the status of Swaras in that raga, and the other notes remain merely as Shrutis. It is on the background of the Shruti that the melodical individuality of the raga is recognized and enjoyed.
Srimanarayana 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 Srimanarayana
With the progress of the art, a few more Shrutis have come into use. Though in modern music, there are few additions to the 22, and the number 22 represents the barest minimum of Shrutis that have been actually used from ancient time. A few of these 22 Shrutis figure in the rare ragas, and they live only through these ragas. However, in Carnatic music, the concern is only with those Shrutis which actually occur in ragas and which bear a concordant relationship with one another. The rest are discarded as unserviceable Shrutis. The use of these subtle tones is in fact the glory of Indian music and testifies to the highly developed oral powers of the Indian musicians. In general, musicians are not conscious of the precise frequency values of these Shrutis, but keeping in mind the melodic picture of the raga, they are able to sing or play the Shrutis accurately. Dr. Oak, a third-generation harmonium player, has done exemplary research on 22 Shrutis of Indian classical music and has invented a 22 Shruti harmonium, the world's only patented 22 Shruti harmonium, a 22 Shruti metallophone, the world's only 22 Shruti metallophone, a 22 Shruti veena, the world's only calibrated 22 Shruti veena. This invention was made for the purpose of better understanding of the 22 Shrutis and also to reinforce the use of 22 Shruti harmoniums in today's concerts. A voice or an instrument that is well soaked in Shruti is no doubt an enchantment to the listener. The term Shruti in current practice of Carnatic music has several meanings. For instance, the Tamil term Oru Kattai Shruti would mean that the tonic is set to the pitch C or the first key. Due to inflections in certain ragas, the listeners perceive sharpened or flattened version of the existing note. Shruti is the most important tonal concept of Carnatic music. Singing to Shruti is of paramount importance in a system of music based on ragas. Thus, the use of subtle Shrutis gives Carnatic music its peculiar and distinctive flavor. Use of drone. Drone is an essential part of traditional Indian music. It is a musical instrument used for providing the Shruti or keynote. In an Indian concert, it is kept sounding throughout the performance. Instead of resulting in monotony, the drone music provides a most pleasing background and greatly enriches the effect. Sometimes it is provided by special instruments and instrumentalists. At other times, it is provided by special parts of the melodic instruments. Even many of the percussion instruments are tuned in such a way as to reinforce the drone. Functions of a drone. Regardless of what provides the drone, it serves a vital function. The function of a drone is to provide a firm harmonic base for the music. It frames the music, giving the musician a background of uniform sound upon which he can sing or play. It creates an ambient quietness and facilitates balanced singing by keeping the musician in tone throughout the performance. It intones the tonal center by maintaining a pitch reference. It adds a harmonic element to the music. Classification of drones. Drones are of two kinds, monophonous and polyphonous. The ektar and otte, which give only single notes, are instances of monophonous drones. A Shruti box giving three notes, sa, pa, sa, at the same time is an instance of polyphonous drone. The tambura is the best of the drones since, besides giving 3 notes, it gives rich harmonics or overtones. The tambura. In both Hindustani and Carnatic systems of music, the drone is primarily played on the tambura. The 3 tambura styles are Tanjavur, Meeraj, and the tamburi. The Carnatic musicians of southern India favor the Tanjavur style. The resonator is made of wood and the neck is tapered. The Meeraj style is usually 3 to 5 feet long and is preferred by Hindustani musicians in North India. It is readily recognized by a long neck and pear-shaped resonator face. The resonator is typically made of a gourd. The tambura is a member of the lute family. The tamburi style is easy to carry and maintain because of its smaller size. The tambura is prized for its rich, full-bodied sound. The tuning of the tambura is generally pa, sa, sa, sa. It may also be tuned ma, sa, sa, pa or ni, sa, sa, pa depending on the ragas of the performance. The ektar. The ektar's simple construction consists of a gourd and bamboo stem. Ektar means one string, and this string passes over a bridge on the gourd. The note given by the string is the tonic note of the singer. The ektar is most popular in rural regions and is associated with folk music. The dotar. The dotar is a 2-stringed simple instrument that resembles the ektar. The 2 strings are tuned to the same note, that is, the tonic note of the performer. The instrument has a gourd resonator and from it runs the dandi or the stem. At the other end, there are 2 pegs for the strings. The otte. The otte, which is primarily used in South India, provides the drone for temple ensembles. It is the drone accompaniment used in Nagaswaram band. Its 4 or 5 holes are closed with wax to bring the otte to the appropriate pitch. The drone note is produced continuously without a break by a special device in blowing. The wind is supplied by the performer as in Nagaswaram. The surpeti. The surpeti is a small box also known as the Swarapeti or Shruthi box. The electronic surpeti is sometimes called an electronic tambura. The manual surpeti is pumped with small bellows by the hand and has no keys. Carnatic musicians use the surpeti in stage performances, but Hindustani musicians do not. This electronic tambura is handy and does not require an extra performer. The shankh. This is the most ancient wind instrument known to man. It is a temple instrument which is presumed to announce the triumph of good over evil when it is blown. This is a shell trumpet. It is blown through a small hole made in a spiral. Its tone has a distinctive quality of its own and can be heard at a long distance. It has limited musical functions and is used as a drone in temple music while the sacred hymns are chanted. Drones may also be classified into those wherein the notes are produced successively as in the tambura and simultaneously as in the Shruti box. Components of the drone. Indian drones may utilize anything from a single note to all the notes of the scale. The complexity of the drone has an important impact upon the feel of the performance. The simplest drone consists of a single note repeated indefinitely. When only a single note is used, it must be the sa, the shadja of the piece. Single note drones may be found in folk music, example ektar, but sometimes they may be found in classical music. A single note is all that is required to characterize the modality of the piece. More intricate harmonic effects may be produced by having two notes in the drone. Both Hindustani music as well as Carnatic music tend to use the first and the fifth sa, pa as a drone. Folk music, on the other hand, permits many other combinations. The dotar, for example, may be tuned to a variety of intervals. Occasionally, drones are even more complex. For example, 5, 6 and even 7-string tambura is available that provide far more than a simple sa-pa drone. The surmandal contains all the notes of the scale spread over several octaves. Although these lush drones are available, there is a tendency to use them thoughtfully. Otherwise, the performance may be unappealing. Drones play an essential role in providing a tonal anchor to the melody and also give unity to the composition. Apart from enriching musical performances, drones are also used in a number of music education programs for ear training and pitch awareness. Thus, the drone is a necessary part of Carnatic music due to its multifaceted functions. The use of drone and the concept of using subtle Sruthis act as a prime feature to enrich Carnatic music. Several other features of Carnatic music will be discussed in the upcoming sessions. Thank you.
Thank you.